Yeah. So when I saw those loose wheels, I was just like, holy cow, that was not just a parts failure. Like, that's a part failure that NASCAR would probably end up investigating.
Yeah, that is a whole back end of the car.
Yeah. So, have you had any disappointing moments behind the wheel?
To be honest with you, had a couple of, we've had a couple this year alone. We've had, just clutch issues after clutch issues, and it seems like it never goes away. And then last race at Five Flags, we finally got the car right. Then we got, on last restart, we got jumbled up and destroyed the car. So now we're fixing it.
Yeah.
So that's kind of disappointing,
Have you ever lost out on a race late, like on the final lap or something?
That's a funny story. Actually, I have. Back in 2020, me and my sister's boyfriend, he was racing with me at the time, and we were side by side for 20 laps. And I led half them laps. And last lap, he passed me in turn 4. And I finished second.
Dang.
Yeah.
Well, you got a better deal than Dale Earnhardt Jr. running out of gas on the final lap in turn 4 at Charlotte. Remember that?
Oh, yes. I'll be very disappointed that happened.
Or Hildebrand hitting the wall while leading the Indy 500 on the final lap.
Yep.
Yeah. So, how has your relationship with Mobile International Speedway been overall?
It's been pretty good, that's when I first started out, it's my home track. Can't say anything bad about it, I've always been treated right over there. And, my car handles pretty good over there, Everybody treats you good. We're doing pretty good.
Yeah, for sure. It's a very great racetrack from what it looks like.
Yes, sir. Very fast.
Have there been any NASCAR drivers that have gone up the ranks through Mobile?
I know there's a few of them, but I couldn't name them off to you.
Okay. Who's your sponsor?
Sponsor, McDonald Muffler and the Buffer Mafia.
Nice. What are they like, and what do they do?
That's my whole crew. So, we own McDonald Muffler down here in Mobile. And so we pretty much sponsor ourselves, the Buffer Mafia, that's us. That's our whole team.
Oh,
that's
so
pretty much all we got.
So it's just a self-sponsor, like what Hendrick,
pretty much.
Like what Hendrick does with Kyle Larson, right?
Pretty much. Yes, sir.
What kind of cars do you drive?
I drive Monte Carlos, like a street stock, what they call a sports down here.
How many laps is each race that you've been to at Mobile?
They usually about 25 laps.
Oh, pretty short. How long does it take to go around the track?
At Mobile, with the new tires, probably, I think it's like a 20.4, 20.3.
20.3 seconds?
Yes, sir.
What's the lowest you've ever been that you've climbed into the top 10? And what I mean is, how low have you been that beforehand that led to top 10 or top 5?
Yeah, we every night they do like a invert. So if you win one race, you can't finish no better than 6. So I've had to start at the back of the tail end of the field before. I came up and won the race one time, and I never want to do that again.
Yeah, for sure. Have you had any vicious accidents that you've climbed out of?
Yeah, I have. See, back in 2018 over in Pensacola, for a heat race, was doing a 6-lap heat race, and I got flipped on the front straightaway, and the car turned over 4 times.
Yeah. Isn't it really interesting how it seemed like Ryan Newman could not avoid his flips when it came to the restrictor plates and all that? in NASCAR?
Yeah, I know it. It seemed like every time you turn around, there's always him for some reason.
Yeah, it's amazing he survived that Daytona accident.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it was.
I was really, when that race happened, I remember thinking for a few minutes that we had, lost him, but it was a miracle he climbed out of that car okay.
It was. And they were going full speed just about, and that was all we hit.
Yeah, and it was so bad that all the fuel came out. If you looked at the video, all the fuel came out.
Yeah, it could have been bad. Could have been worse.
Could have been, yeah. But it was great he climbed out. But yeah, hopefully you don't have any flips like that, and hopefully nobody else does.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, what are your hopes for this year?
Just hoping to get the car back right, get back in the top 3 consistently, We've been teeter-tottering in the top 5, top 4 every once in a while. But I think we finally figured the car out, getting it back up to the top 3.
Yeah. I must ask, do you have like a sibling rivalry with Parker a little bit in your racing?
No, I love that boy to death. No, I actually, I like racing with Parker. He's a good old driver.
Yeah. Do you want to hear a good story I have from my karting days involving me and my brother?
I'm kind of scared too.
It's a funny story. It's sibling rivalry, but in a fun way, not like vicious or anger or anything. But this is what I have. I used to compete in the K1 Arizona Go-Kart Series, which was a small series. I was an early teen at the time, and I was pretty competitive. Won half of the races that I partook in. But there was one race where I invited my older brother to get behind the wheel of a go-kart and race alongside of me, and it was an interesting race. It was out in Tucson, Arizona, and this is what happened. He qualified second, which I was really surprised about, and I qualified fifth. And when the race went green, he pulled away from everybody, and I was happy for him, thinking he was probably going to win his first race, and I climbed to second pretty quickly. And during the first 4 laps, we pulled away from the field, and I legitimately thought it was going to be a 1-2 finish with him winning and me finishing second. And then on lap 4, after we completed the 3rd lap, I looked over to the next corner and saw him stopped on the track, hitting his steering wheel in frustration. So he broke down. Yeah, he broke down, and what I did was, when I passed by him on the track, I waved goodbye, a little bit gloatingly.
Yeah, that's a little roguish.
Yeah, and so I went on to win the race. I led the rest of the laps, and when I stood on the podium, though, I looked over to my brother and said to him, "You really should have won this race. This shouldn't have gone to me."
Yeah, he was like, "Thanks, buddy."
Yeah, he was probably saying "thanks, buddy," as if to say that doesn't make me feel better, but okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, what are your ambitions overall for your racing career?
To be honest with you, just
What was that?
stay where I am, just local racing. It's fun. It's a whole different environment. Get to meet some fun people. Get to meet some NASCAR stars at the Snowball Derby every year. That's always fun. And just staying where I am, just making a name for myself in the local class.
That's good, man. Do you have hopes to eventually compete in NASCAR, or do you think you're not there yet?
To be honest with you, no. I'm just gonna stay around here,
Fair enough, Every driver picks his own series and his own path,
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So where can people find you?
I'm on, Facebook, everywhere, Facebook, Instagram. We got a Facebook page. We call it the McDonald Racing Team. We're on there. Or you can find us with the Muffler Mafia or McDonald Muffler.
Sounds good, man. So that's all I have for now, but I thank you for coming on.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it, Doug.
No problem. So everybody, let's thank Daryl McDonald for appearing on SFM. Please check him out on his social media websites, and we'll see you next time on SFM.